So welcome to our Python class. So today we are going to learn about files, right? Already we know we learned what is file in second year DBMS and first year introduction part. So now we are having another one. So here it is. The file is a collection of characters or set of records, right? The set of characters, collection of characters or set of characters, so which includes uh, alphabets or numerics, special characters, whatever it is. And so here it is records. If we takes a table, the table contains a record, that is also treated as a file, right? So now it consists information that can be accessed through a set of predefined functions like, so which are already predefined, that are accessed by using the functions, right? So here open function and a close function, read functions, tell functions, seek functions, so these are having an information, so that are comes under files, right? Now when a program needs to save data for reuse, it writes the data in a file. Suppose if it takes any file, if he writes some data that can be reusable, so that purpose we are saving a file in some place, right? So for that the data can be read from the file at a later time. So if we save the data and that can be placed in one place, so that can be used, that can be read in later. So that is the thing of our concept of files. So here we have the two types of files, one is output file and another one is input files. Now the programmers usually refer to the process of saving data in a file, that is writing data to the file. So whatever you have to save the data, you have to create the file, so that is the thing of output file. Whatever you read the data from that file, that is the thing of input file. So let us consider one media player or like our video. So here it is, if I made this video, then automatically you are seeing, or otherwise you cannot. So if I made this video, that is comes under writing data to the file, so which are you are seeing, that comes under reading data from the file. So that is a output file and input file. And now here the term output file is used to describe a file that data is written to. So once you have to describe the data, so that file contains the data is written to. So again and again and again, so whenever you want to write the data, you have to use that output file. So that is the output file, and it is called as an output file because the program stores output in it, right? And now the process of receiving that retrieving data from a file. So if we save the data in the file, so that can be retrieved. If the file is not there, then how can we retrieve? So that is the thing of output file, and whatever we are retrieving, that is input file, and from a file is known as, that is reading data from the file. And the term input file is used to describe a file that the data is read from. And when we create the data, when we create the file, and when we store that file, we can read, we can describe in later. So that is the input file, right? And also here, because the programmer gets input from that file only. Okay, so this is the thing of output and input file. And here the types of files, the files contains mainly two types, that is one is text file and another one is a binary file. So let us discuss about text file. The text file is nothing but, the text file contains the data in alphabets or numerical format, whatever it is, the data has been encoded as a text, clear? And if the file contains numbers, those numbers are stored in a series of characters that can be treated as a characters like, okay. And as a result, the file may be opened as we viewed in a text editor, that is Notepad. So if we create the file, that file contains numbers or any others, characters, any other data. So that is stored in a Notepad. So we can like editor, we can text editor, we can see that data. That is the thing of our text file. And the next one is what? The next one is the binary file. So which are saving the data into the file that cannot be converted into the text. So that can be in only binary format, that is zeros and text. And whenever we are trying to retrieve the data to see that, and the text editor we can use, and also that binary file is using in the text editor, and by using the text editor we can see that data. And Python allows to work both text files as well as binary files. So this is the types of these are the types of files, right? And by using our files, so how many methods we are having to access the files? So that is a thing of two types, right? One is sequential access file and another one is random access file. What about sequential and what about random? Let us discuss. Here the sequential file is nothing but, so when we are storing the data can be arranged in sequential manner. That is, when we work with sequential access file, we access data from the beginning to the end of the file. That means if we having 1000 records, if we need 900 record, then the record can be searched from the one and until the record is found. That is sequential access file. So if we want to read a piece of data that is stored at the very end of the file, we have to read all of the data that comes before it. We cannot jump directly to the decided data, right? So this is the meaning I told that, right? And here for that sequential access file, we have the examples, that is tape recorders and cassettes, like that one. So if we use tape recorders or cassettes, so that are playing sequentially, not select a random number, right? So that is the thing of sequential. And nowadays we are using pen drives and CD players and whatever it is, then so that are follows a random access file. What is random access file? So when we are accessing the 900 record, before I told, so that can be jumped directly to that number. So that is the thing of a random file. So that cannot be start from beginning, and that cannot be follows the sequential manner. So that can be jumped to the directly to that file. So that is, when we work with a random access file, we can jump to any piece of data in the file without reading the data that comes before it. So example, CD player, already I told that. So here file name and file object. So in our file, so we have the two types of objects, that is file name is name of the file, and that is used to identify the file. So every file contains one name, so that is a file name. And another one is the extension. So one is primary name, the extension name. So two names are there, that is primary name and extension name separated by using dot operator. Like the first one comes under file name, and that can be separates, so by using dot, and also later we are having the extension name. So every file contains one file name and then extension name. So here india.jpg, python notes.txt, so like these are comes under our file name and file object. So here each operating system has its own rules for naming file. So by using the operating system, we can giving the name to the file, and many systems supports the use of file name extension, which are short sequence of characters that appear at the end of a file name preceded by a dot operator. So this is the thing of our file name and file object. Now here it is the file object. In order for a program to work with a file on the computer disk, the programmer must create a object in memory. The first of all, if we need to create the file, then first we can create the file, that we can create the object in the computer disk, and that can be creates first in the memory, later that can be saved in the disk. And a file object is an object that is associated with a specific file, right? That means the file object that is compulsory, that can be associated with a specific file, and that provides a way for the programmer to work with that file, right? The programmer can easily using that file, and easily he can write the records. In the program, a variable reference the file object, and this variable is used to carry out any operations that re-performed on the file. So by using the variable, so we can use that file, and we can call that object by using the file variable. So that can be given in this here. Let us see. Let us discuss our file program. Here it is the file variable, and from the file variable to the file object, and the file object contains the record here. So that can be given in the example. Now see here, opening and closing files. Python provides basic functions and methods necessary to manipulate files by default, and we can do most of the file manipulations using file object. Like if we performs any operations on the file, we must having some functions and methods, and that are in opening and closing files, right? So here, opening a file, we use opening function in Python to open a file. The open function create a file object. The open function create a file object and associated it with a file on the disk. So that can be associated and with a file on the disk. Here it is. The example for the opening file is file variable equal to open, and this is a function, and in that function the file name comma mode. That means the file name is like if it takes FO, file opening equal to open. So this is a open function. In this open function, here the my file dot txt, I am going to create that file now, right? So my file dot txt, and this is the thing of W, that is nothing but writing a file. That is the mode, writing mode, right? So here it is the file variable, and here it is the open function. So this is the object we are going to create, my file. So this can be assigned to this file open, that is FO. This is a variable. So this is the FO variable equal to open my file dot txt. That means open is nothing but we are going to create, that is text file dot txt is nothing but text file. So this is a file name, this is the extension name, so primary name and secondary name, extension name, and here it is the mode, that is write W. Now here file variable is the name of the variable that will reference the object file name, and file name is a string specifying the name of the file. So this is our file name, that is file name is what? Here it is my file. I'm going to create the text file with the name of my file. Okay, then next up, mode is a string specifying the mode, that is reading or writing or any other thing, right, in which the file will be opened. And now here we have the some modes for the file, that is one is read, one is write, one is, so here reading binary and writing binary. So here reading with the pointer place beginning of the file. So let us one read once which I given the notes for you. So and this is the mode and this is the description for that mode. These are the descriptions. So first of all you read these are, and here the second one is close method. So once a program is finished working with a file, whenever we are completed to create the file, then it should close the file. That must be close, right? So that means, so when we are finishing to write into the file, then we have to close that file. So that is the thing. And closing a file is nothing but disconnect the program from the file. That means in some system failures, to close an output file can cause a loss of data. That means first of all, when we are going to create the file, that can be not saved in the hard disk, so that is stored in the buffers, that is a RAM, that is into the RAM. And when we are completing to create the file, that can be going to permanent save changes into the hard disk. So that is the thing. So when we are permanent storage stored in the hard disk, so that cannot be deleted. So if we stores in only a temporary memory, so there is a chance to lose the data. So that is telling here. So here this happens because the data that is written to a file is first written into a buffer, which is a small holding section in memory. That means first of all we are writing in the memory, and then when the buffer is full, then the system writes the buffer connects to the file. After that, when we are creating the data into the memory, automatically that can be connects to the file later. And this technique increases the system performance because writing data to memory is faster than writing it to disk. That means, so directly we cannot write into the disk fastly. So that's the reason we are writing into the memory first. Later it can be connects to the disk. Then the process of closing an output file force any unsaved data that remains in buffer to be written to the file. So the next one here, for the example for that, my file dot close, right? So now see, reading and writing files. So first writing data to a file. Once we have opened a file, we use the file object methods to perform operations on the file, like write any string into the file, right? Once we open the file, whatever you want to write, so that can be write into the file. And the write methods write any string to an open a file. That purpose we are having some syntax, that is file variable dot write string. Here the example is, so fo, that is file variable dot, so this is the write function. In the write function we are having, that is file name, that is my file. Okay, that means fo we are using variable and we are using the object name. Okay, and in that object name we are having the records or set of records. So here, so see for one example for the demonstrator, write the lines of data. So now first of all, so let us copy this code, copy, here it is, select file, new, paste. Now here fo, that means fo is nothing but, that is the variable name. We are taking the variable name as fo equal to, that is open. Now we are going to create that file, open, with the name of my file dot txt and w, right? And here fo dot write, that is hi, welcome to Python. Now we are going to separate the line, and in the next line, welcome to Python language. And we are also take in another fo, but in single fo we are taking any number of lines here by separating by using /n. And now here fo dot write /n, this is Navin, and last one fo dot close. After writing this data, I am using close, that is which one is closed? Fo is closed, that is fo variable will be going to close. So that is the thing. Now save it, run module. So run this, run module, save. My path is Python programs. So in that file name, that is what? My file dot txt. My file dot txt. So whatever you written here, so that should be used here, right? So now so here save this, my file dot py. I am going to save with my file dot py. Save here. So file saved, right? So let us check. So the output is not appear here. See our Python programs. So in this my file, so this is our program and this is a text file. So see the output now. Hi, welcome to Python. Welcome to Python language. This is Navin. So this is the output which we written inside the program. So this is our Python program, but inside we created this one, that is my file dot txt. Clear? So that is my file dot txt, that is hi, welcome to Python. So this is the first line, and next welcome to Python language, this is the second line, and this is Navin, and that is the last line. So this is our Python. This is writing the function, right? The first creating the file and writing the data into the file. So that is the output. Here it is, what we get here. And next one is reading data from a file. So by using before that, first of all, we seen the data in the text file, but we are going to see the data in the Python editor, that is using reading data from a file. A file has been opened for reading, we can use file object, that is read function. So before, here we are using write function to write the data, and to read purpose we are using the read function method to read its entire contents into memory. When we call the read method, then it returns the file's contents as a string. Let us check what will be going to happen here. So this is copy the code and select new one, and here paste it. This means fo equal to open my file dot txt. So before in previous example we given here, that is w, that means writing, but here we are giving r, that means write. Okay, that means reading. Okay, so now the variable we are taking one variable, that is x equal to fo dot read, that means which is reading by using read function from the variable of fo. So now here it is, the my file can be assigned to the fo, then the fo can be read by the read function, and that can be assigned to the x variable, and that can be print here. Okay, now let us check run module. Okay, here my file reading dot py, save it, then we are getting this which are having in the text file, so that can be we are getting here. Okay, so that is the thing of our writing and reading file. Okay, and next one read line. Here it is read line. What is the read function and what is the read line? The difference is what? The read line, the read function is nothing but entire lines, entire data we can read by using read function. But here it is, the read line function is used to read the one by one line. That is, so we are having here totally 3 lines, right? So for that, I am going to take 3 variables like x, y, z. So and that is line, read line. Every one line can be associated to the one variable by using read line. Now see, the read line is used to read the line from your file. A line is simply a string of characters that are terminated with a /n. Now write a function to demonstrate a read line. Here, now copy this one, copy, select new one, file, new, paste it. So here fo equal to open myfile.txt, that is reading. We are going to opening the myfile.txt file and reading the data, and fo dot read line. When we are using this read line, then we have to use one variable, and that line can be associated to this x, and every one line we can take one variable. So here in the text file we are having 3 lines. That's the reason we are taking 3 variables here. So now one line can be read by x, and one line, the second line can be read by y, and the third line can be read by z. That is fo dot read line. Okay, now print first one print x, the second one is print y, and the third one is print z. We are printing 3, and now save it. My file 2.py, save it and see. Now here, hi, welcome to Python and welcome to Python language, and this is Naveen. So every line, so for every line we can use one variable. So that is the using of read line.